designated table and let's play some poker.
May I deal you in? What can you get for $17?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Kid's got alligator blood. Can't get rid of him.
Must be a peach of a hand.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it all depends on the texture of the board. If there's straight out, flush out, you can be up against a set.
With the low limits, people play, reasonably well.
The way to really test your hands is all in.
Every hand. But the games are just nutty. Like 5 bets every street.
Motherfucker! You boogerman! Motherfucker! That is it!
That's it. What the fuck are you talking about? That's it. Take it down, man.
Yes! No more! No! Not tonight! I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
If you guys play poker, what would you rather play in?
Low limit poker.
I don't even like playing blackjack with $1 minimums.
You gotta get on those $5 tables at like 10 in the morning. Those are fun.
I don't know, for me, buffet mashed potatoes or buffet mashed potatoes.
You gotta put ranch powder on them.
Mashed potatoes are all about butter.
With a really good gravy or garlic mashed potatoes for me. Or even truffle mashed potatoes. Now that's the nuts right there.
All right, welcome back to Low Limit Poker Radio. With us as always, got Bootsy Collins on the air. How you been, Boots?
Oh, pretty good. Yourself?
Oh man, epic hand last night. Should have walked away with 1,500, but ended up walking away with 0.0. But we'll get into that a little bit later. I heard you've been playing recently.
Yeah, I played yesterday at the Hustler, some 4-8. Wasn't a very good game, but I still walked up with a rack and $5, so 105. So that's a decent score for about 2 hours of play. So I'm happy, But it wasn't the perfect session by all means. But it's just good to have a session before going out to Vegas.
Oh yeah, man, especially when you got to knock that rust off. But
yeah.
I guess we can kick this off the way we like to kick this off. This is a new segment. We're going to call this, well, just listen to the intro. I think you'll like it.
Low Limit Poker Radio presents the top 10 stories this week.
All right, so in the top 10, of course, we got that sexy British voice because we came off of what, Blog Talk Radio, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, the Fail Talk Radio.
Oh, absolutely, the Fail Talk Radio. I kind of missed the British voice, so I had to bring her back at least once. So let's talk about...
At number 10.
All right, I know we have this kind of kicked off, but forum dramas. Recently, we all know where everything kind of spawned off of Never Win Poker, which then began Donk Down, which then began Poker Fraud Alert. So let's not go into the history, but let's talk about Poker Fraud Alert. Bootsy, in your honest opinion, is Poker Fraud Alert good for poker or bad for poker?
Right now, pretty bad right now because there's nothing really fraudy that's coming out of it. Everything pretty much seems to be a hash out of 4. And just a lot of, if you go with flying stupidity, it's just a absolute mess right now. And unfortunately, Druff seems to be want to be stubborn and not mod the SOP properly, and we've seen the fallout from that.
Oh, come on, man! You're saying that PFA doesn't have fraud on it? I've seen a few cases, but I mean, I'm in agreement with you when it comes down to, hey, let me post XXX about user, or hey, user XXX, is this true? And you see fucking what, 20 to 30 pages
of absolute garbage. Yeah, we've had what, 2, 3, 4 cases of that already.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that from time to time, but I mean, seriously, it's like trolling down the fucking river, trolling for trolls.
Yeah, they've been gone. Threads been going on for like a week without Druff finally deciding to lock it. I mean, some of the stuff should have been locked within like 10 to 12 posts. All
right, so I'm going to ask the final question here. Good for poker or bad for poker?
Like I said, bad for poker.
I'll agree with you, but is it good for ratings or bad for ratings?
Good for ratings, probably good for ratings. Just to get budget people out of the woodwork. Who somebody said in the chat, Steve said that they're pretty unstable, and it seems like a lot of the people like Limitless and 60 Pete are very unstable.
Oh, come on, man. I thought you were going to talk about Mr. Corvette, because that was a great thread you posted about a 4-bet. Is this true?
Oh, yeah. It was actually, I don't know how I came across a Corvette crashing. It came across by accident. Like, oh, might as well just start a thread. Hey, 4-bet is true. Didn't put on PFA because it looked kind of stupid, but did that as a little tongue in cheek.
All right. Well, hey, let's snap this off and let's go to another one.
At number 9.
All right, number 9. You remember that 25 years of fucking Shark Week, right, on Discovery Channel?
Yeah, I mean, once you've seen one Shark Week, you've pretty much seen them all. I mean, there's no changes within 25 years of sharks. They all stay the same. It's not like the evolution of shark has evolved.
You know what's even better? Epic Mealtime, Shark Week. Holy fuck. If you haven't watched Shark Week on Epic Mealtime, I suggest you just back the truck up, get up on YouTube, and watch the entire series all 5 days. Definitely worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, that's funny, because I thought that, I think who it was, Chris Arnett actually said Shark and Shark. So I thought there was a little bit of a what's the term?
Public education typo, like you'd expect out of me.
Yep. But old people like to chart here in time. So if you go Shark Week, just spend time at a convalescence hospital or a retirement home.
And you know what? Since I like doing this live, Joe Yu, great fan, long-time listener, and I got to say long-time listener because it's been, 5 weeks? But Joe Yu right here, he's talking about sharks, right? You know what? Nobody's ever heard of the tiger's shark, where it leaves stripes in your pants. If I had the permission, I'd actually play a few of their audio clips, but I never grabbed that permission. Definitely go give them a follow. It's worthwhile. Hell, it's better than watching the same shit over 25 years.
Agreed. It's never gets old. The Deadliest Catch. That's the only thing that I watched on Discovery.
Yeah, but if you want crabs, you know where to go.
Let me see. Chantel.
I'll give you that one. All right. So, let's snap that off and...
At number 8.
Number 8, right? Fun prop bets. This is actually a plug for Jace Up on Filthy Limper Poker Radio. You were listening on Thursday night, right?
Yes. I was listening.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've been listening since, I think, episode 1 or episode 2. But Thursday? I can't remember the date. I'm not good at looking at calendars and figuring that out either. The prop bet. $80,000, I remember somebody saying, and I think it was Drexel, for breast implants for a year. Would you do it for $80K?
No, I'd probably hold out for about $500K.
$500K. So you're going on the over on this one, right?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of having surgery, so I think I'm going to hold out for some big bucks.
And to agree with this comment, Jason said he would, but nobody's come up with the $80K yet. I guess you can talk to Dan Druff. I know he's been doing a lot of what do we call that? Escrows for that.
Yep.
If we can fundraise that $80K, I want to see if Jason would do it. But you're going on the over. I'd actually go on the under. $50K, and I'd probably do it for 3 reasons. A, I'm married. B, I'd have my own that I can play with at any given time. And C, no sexual harassment lawsuits.
All right, I see where you're going there, but I just think the whole entire concept is kind of creepy. And the one guy who's actually done it, 10 years ago, lives in Vegas. Guy seems to be a little bit of a creep too.
Yeah, Well, I remember that one too, and I think he got him in there. He took him out and then put him back in. But you know what? This is starting to go downhill. Let's snap that off.
At number 7.
This one's actually a great read. I saw it on a Twitter feed. I think Lon McLaren actually posted this first. And if you don't know who Lon McLaren is, please, for the love of God, watch ESPN. Even during PBA or poker, you should know who he is. Right, Boots?
Yes, I know who Lon McLaren is. I think it was at the last horse tournament at the M Resort. Yeah, he was there, so I've actually met him in person.
I mean, he's a cool cat. He talks to his fans, and I got mad respect for him. I actually enjoyed his PBA announcements over his poker because he seemed like he was over his head, but man, that guy he can swim through land.
I agree. I mean, I don't watch any PBA. Was that the bowling or is that the bull riding one?
Bowling. You know, you stick 3 fingers in the holes and then throw that thing down the wooden lane.
That doesn't really doesn't really have any riveting TV. I mean, if I want to go bowling, I'll just go bowling myself. I don't need guys showing on TV for me to appreciate bowling.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, but I'm posting the link here in chat so that way everybody can follow along with it. Who remembers back in the day when you had McDonald's cups that didn't say caution, contents hot?
I can see it, but I don't ever eat McDonald's at all. So, but that was probably 5 years ago.
I was thinking more. It was like 10 years ago because you remember that lawsuit where it was Dumbass versus McDonald's for spilling that coffee in their lap.
Yeah, that's probably like the mid '90s when everybody decided to sue everybody for really stupid reasons.
Well, let's fast forward it to the end of the world. You'd sit back, you take a look at it, and now it's Dumbass versus Dallas Cowboys for, oh my God, nobody issued me common sense when I was 6 years old, so I'm going to go sit on a black frickin' granite bench that's been out in the sun all day. You get 3rd-degree burns, what do? Let's not accept responsibility. Let's go sue the Cowboys.
Now, was he sitting on the bench naked? I don't understand it. It must have had to burn through his clothes.
You know, that's something we don't have information about. And I think Janelle is a female name, but just for lulz, we'll just say Janelle is a boy.
Obviously African American.
But she sat down. Oh, here's the magic quote. She sat down on this black bench outside the entrance, and unfortunately, she suffered 3rd-degree burns as a result of it and had subsequent skin grafts. Well, if you sat down on the bench long enough that you felt the bench buck you and you still sat down, that's your own damn fault. Over-under on it is actually going to affect the Cowboys whatsoever.
No under.
Yeah. I got a feeling the fucking judge is going to throw this one away.
Yep, just somebody trying to... I mean, honestly, that doesn't sound like something that's going to happen. I mean, I remember when the Arizona Cardinals used to play at Sun Devil Stadium. In fact, I've been there a few times watching the OC Trojans play there. And when it gets hot there, they have the metal bench seats. And those do get hot, but I don't know, I was able to sit on them comfortably. So I don't think anybody designed a bench to just burn the hell of your ass.
Well, yeah, unless it was made by Kitchen Maid. So, this is my favorite one. I like this one.
At number 6.
Dan Bilzerian tweeting to John Robert Ballard, go fuck your mother, on the 100K chip tweet. I mean, 1 to 10, how fucking hilarious is that?
I'd probably have to give it a good 8.5.
I think you're wrong. I want to put this thing at least a 12.6. It was great. I mean, it's not as good as our number 1, but it's still freaking hilarious in my opinion. And you've seen some of the Bilzerian tweets of, what was it, 9.7 million in a stack?
Yeah. Yeah, there was some pretty high games going on at the area. I wish I was there.
You will be. You will be. That's next week, right?
Yeah, next week, but I don't know if those games will be going on there because the WSOP is over. I think that the Chinese businessmen have all gone to Macau and having the game over there. So if I want to see the game, I guess I have to take my ass up to China.
Well, I hope you learn Mandarin, buddy.
I don't think I want to go over there. That's definitely not on the top of my bucket list of places I want to go to.
Understand. Definitely understand. So,
at number 5.
Number 5. This was actually a surprising tweet. I believe I picked this off of Poker News. Eric Seidel out of the top 10 list of the Global Poker Index. What's your take on that, Boots?
My take is the Global Poker Index is a piece of shit and has absolutely no credibility in the poker world. And another spawning off of the Epic Fail Tour.
Wow. You said it a lot nicer than I was going to say of what the fuck is the Global Poker Index even doing still in existence, A. B, why hasn't it been liquidated? And C, isn't Duke still running that shit?
I think that the GPI was sold to someone. I remember hearing that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Forgot who. It wasn't like a Poker Stars or anything like that, but from what I understand, it was sold. And who gives a shit? I mean, you just gotta go to the bluff and the card player. Point is, whoever has the most money wins.
Oh, and here we go. This is why I love our chat function. Steve Ruddick just posted, GPI was sold to Pinnacle.
And I forgot what does Pinnacle do again? Pinnacle Gaming. I know they have an online site, I believe. I forgot which one though.
Yeah. I don't remember it either, but
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, what do you win if you are the top of the GPI index? Do you win like a watch, a toaster oven, maybe a nice flat screen TV?
Oh wow, dude, you're going baller, man. I was thinking maybe a pack of used chewing gum, pat on the back, maybe a handshake.
Oh, too bad it wasn't a hand job. Or else that would have been
Oh, and by the way, realize we're talking about Eric Seidel dropping out of the top 10. How much money has he made?
Quite a shitload.
So I don't think it really fucking matters that it's huge, stunning news that he drops out of the top 10 of an index that's on a fail site or fail site related.
Unless you're the one of the people who came on these forums like the Muppets who are just, for some reason, obsessed about random shit about poker. Some of those guys need to get a life.
Hey now, we're not talking 2+2 this week.
No, well, these guys who come now join every forum with their BS. But I don't want to go back to number 10.
Yeah.
Let's go forward.
I mean, if you want to recap, I'll play it one more time for you.
No, we don't need to.
At number 4.
All right, number 4. The DOJ posts a help wanted ad for the FTP repayment. How fucking hilarious is this? The remissions process is going to be a pain in the ass anyway, but now you're talking about FTP money that you weren't possibly going to get at 100%, now being reduced. What do you think, Boots?
Trying to figure out probably the best person who would be the man for the job, and I don't think Todd would be the man for the job at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking like somebody like a Paul Phillips would be a decent.
I started thinking about possible candidates. To be honest with you, top 3 I can think of. One of them would be who's the CEO of Facebook right now? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep.
He knows how to take your money and like deflate it down to 25%. A super good candidate to have for this would be somebody in the Democratic Party. But I'm trying to think who would be the person that you'd want Who's the number one guy that you want going for this?
Bernie Madoff.
I was thinking Bernie Mac.
I know it's Bernie Madoff. Who's Bernie Mac? Are you thinking of Benny Mac, the black dude who croaked a few years ago?
No, I'm thinking of the. Was it? I thought that was. Oh man, I remember his stage name being Bernie Mac. I just can't remember his real name.
Don't know who Bernie Mac's real name is. I just know him as the black dude from the Ocean's 11 movies, and he had some sort of a mediocre show on Fox.
Yeah. But just having that anger that he usually has, might as well call it White Jack. That would be perfect for this remissions process. And
well, too bad he's dead.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes my number one John Kyle from Arizona. That'd be a great pick too.
Maybe who's the Pennsylvania center who shot himself on live TV back like the mid '80s? That'd be my pick.
I mean, you got to have somebody that has enough integrity that they're going to do something dumb with your money anyway. Because we're talking about FTP, right?
Yes.
Now, yeah, we can go back into that debate about ghost deposits and are you getting deposits back or full balances. The last people I want associated with this money is actually the Poker Players Alliance, because you know how much I feel about them being a fail site.
Oh, yeah. We all know that.
Great pick from the frickin' chat. Howard Lederer, Joe Usello, that is what I'm talking about. That is exactly who should be in charge of this.
No, or else all of it will be going back to his pocket.
What do you mean? It already went into his pocket once. Why not twice?
Nah. Try to figure out what I would do if I saw Howard when I'm in Vegas next week.
Uh-oh. Wait for number 2, buddy. You know what's coming up, right?
Yep.
Well, we got one more before that.
At number 3.
Michael Phelps, thinking about getting out of the pool and becoming a minnow in the Shark Tank. How many gold medals has he won? 18 or something like that?
I think it was 15 gold medals and 18 total medals.
I thought it was like higher than that, like 22 and 18 golds.
Oh, you could be right.
Okay, 22 and 16. Whatever. The guy has a shit ton of medals, right?
Yes, he does.
He knows how to swim, right?
He knows. He sure does.
So you could say he swims like a fish, right?
Yeah, if he drowned on live television, that would be pretty hysterical, though. Shows you how much of our U.S. swim team.
So Phelps, he has a few poker buddies, and there's been some rumors put out there via Twitter. And I think Phelps is actually confirmed to a few things. He's actually thinking about dropping the pool and becoming a minnow in the Shark Tank. Now, he has a couple of high-key friends, but what's the over-under that he goes from Olympic medalist to WSOP bracelet holder?
Maybe like 1%.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, because if you look at the field sizes today versus what they were back in the, let's say, early 90s, yeah, I mean, if he would have been doing this and his name was Spitz, maybe he could have done that, But nowadays, we're talking about you got to be in final tables just to make it worthwhile of winning some of these huge bankrolls.
Yeah, and plus, this is not 2006 anymore. The time has come and passed to be doing, poker for a living. He could have been a red pro. In fact, he would have been the perfect full tilt world pro. With his let's see who else. As far as celebrity people who should not even been a red pro to begin with, one black dude who was in a couple movies. I forgot what his name was. You know who I'm talking about.
Actually, I don't remember, because I don't like full tilt poker.
Maybe some MMA fighters became red pros. No, in that category.
And at least we got one counterpoint. Somebody in chat, Johnny Sip, always says he completely disagrees with the both of us. And he is surrounded by next-level players, but I don't think he's going to be world-class in months. I mean, it's going to take a big jump for him to be very successful. And yes, I do believe he can waltz into a Stars deal, or even an FTP deal, or an Ultimate Bet deal, but he could do it. But the thing is he?
No. I think he'll have a couple of maybe visa endorsements, some public speaking engagements, and they'll make a shitload of money doing that. No need to lose it on playing poker.
Yeah, and don't forget, every time he got a gold medal, he got $20K. So don't think that he has a huge bankroll behind him, minus, all that advertisement money. Who knows?
Well, all that advertisement money has he has a shitload of advertising money.
All I see him doing is eating sandwiches on TV, man.
He's got a visa deal.
You can't make money off of sandwiches when they're $5 for a foot.
Well, I see your point.
And in chat, everybody's saying, well, he has $100 million. Pretty sure Phelps has a huge bankroll. But he ain't making that $5 footlong money. I'm just telling you right now. It can't be that huge, especially off a Subway. Maybe Nike, yeah. But if you start going, who knows?
Well, we'll see. Maybe the perfect play for him to start would be like the 2-5 no limit. See if he could grant us some cash games.
That or send him out to the circuit events. I mean, might as well start where it's low, $300, $400 buy-ins.
Nah. I see more of it as a cash game player. No, I wouldn't jump into obviously the 300, 600 at the Ivy's room in the Aria, but maybe 2-5, maybe even 5-10. Don't do like what Oral Hirschhauser did and just jump into the 10-20 no limit game at the Bellagio. Though that he has a pretty hefty bankroll.
Yeah. Or, you have to levy one of your Corvettes. That would be a bad thing to do,
That's true. I hope that Michael Phelps doesn't drive a Corvette.
That'd be negative points, right?
Yeah, that would be. At least maybe get like a German car like a BMW. There's no. Well, I don't know any douchebags that drive BMWs or Audis. Do you?
No. But all right, let's kick this off, and it involves your favorite person in the world.
At number 2,
Howard Lederer is spotted, and he's spotted in a shitty Hawaiian T-shirt. This was breaking news from Agent Marco's Twitter feed. Do you catch a hold of that?
I do. I mean, I do follow Agent Marco. I think I'm blocked from the Quadjacks Twitter account, though. But
I'm telling you, Marco is bringing the hits. I mean, he is the type of person you want with a camera and somewhere in Vegas because I think he was spotted at the Orleans.
No, I think it was actually the Suncoast. I don't think it was Orleans, or he was literally getting eaten alive at the Orleans because the Orleans has a huge poker room and people would just go after him there. We're about Suncoast. I believe he did go to Suncoast because he walked in with to a movie and walked out. So I'm pretty sure it was the Suncoast.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me make sure we got the right area here. I'm looking for it.
$10 Suncoast.
Suncoast. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he was watching the Queen of Versailles with 2 sports/race bettors on each side of him.
Well, he has to have some protection.
Hold up. I got to post this in chat just so that everybody can look at this. That really doesn't look like protection when you see that picture because it just looks hilarious.
What, 2 old guys?
You see one crusty old guy in front of him and one behind.
Well, they both could be carrying guns.
Yeah, they could be, but are they?
I wouldn't want to know.
I bet you one of them's carrying Geritol.
Well, you can also carry Geritol and a gun.
Well, that's only if he remembers to fucking carry the gun.
At least Howard Letter has some sponsorship opportunities with Tommy at Bahama.
And the New York Department of Justice.
I don't think they're going to be sponsoring him.
As Joe you puts it, from Robusto to Busto by Howard Lederer. That would be a great movie quote. But when I first saw that photo, there was one thing I was thinking about, and that was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yep, I do agree with that too.
And then I thought a little bit deeper, and I go, what other movie does this portray? And unfortunately, I got to go back to bowling, since I know bowling pretty well here. Remember
the Big Lebowski?
Oh, no, Lebowski had class. He had a...
Oh, are you talking about Kingpin?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, if he makes it down to one of the bowling alleys at the Red Rock or Suncoast, and I believe that the Orleans has one. If he goes to Orleans, his hand's definitely going down the what is it called? The ball scooper upper. I don't know how that machine's called.
Oh, the ball return.
Ball returner, yeah. Someone's gonna jam his arm down there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but do you really want to chop that hand off, or do you want to keep it going?
Probably keep it going. You know.
All right. Well, since you guys had to suffer through all that banter and rhetoric, I'm going to give you
this week's best.
The best thing that we've seen all week. Another clip from not Low Limit, but Filthy Limper Poker Radio last week of you were not high. I can fuck this quote up completely, but it involves a giraffe's pussy and being that high.
Like I said, I've been that high before.
And I know chat went kind of crazy about how high you have to be a pussy on a giraffe. And I remember somebody saying I'd slam it if I had a trampoline. But, let's think about people and drugs and how high you got to get. Good case and example, Rick James. Was he higher than Dan Bilzerian?
Probably was, because didn't he die from cocaine?
That's because he didn't read the instruction label on the side of the drug. I'm going to say no. Now, let's talk about who else is a good one. Charlie Sheen.
He's pretty high. I mean, he's winning, though. What was it? What was it? Stupid quote? They said something about blood.
Yeah. You're talking about Charlie Sheen quotes? We can do a top 10 on all those.
Tiger Blood.
Yeah, that was that same interview that he said, oh, you got to read the instruction manual.
Let's see. Richard Pryor. Now, that's another person who should be on that list, too. I mean, he almost killed himself freebasing back in, 1981.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that one. But I'm still every single person. I'm still putting Dan Bilzerian number one.
Well, how about Cheech or Chong?
Oh, can we call a push?
Well, we're also talking about several different drugs here too. We're marijuana and cocaine. Different ends of the spectrum, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna give it off. Hence of the week, Dan Bilzerian. If you're about as high as a giraffe's pussy, congratulations, man. You're the best this week. But, let's see,
what didn't make the cut?
You got anything this week that, didn't make the top 10 list?
Seriously, Serious made a pretty good song.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Seriously Serious and his songs, though, they all pretty much sound identical, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I mean, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
But, the one with Matt Marfiotti was pretty good. It's pretty short and sweet to this thing. Got Mr. Marfiotti on Twitter tilt. See that 5 times fast.
Yeah, but you're talking about A Dizzy. That's not that hard. Hell, he locked his damn Twitter feed and I can't follow him now.
Well, yeah, but Did he threaten to sue you like he did to Seriously Serious?
Yeah, okay. Threaten me on Twitter to see what happens. I go back to sleep, you wake up, and you're still making accusations. You know what I mean? Something that I saw just recently, I think I retweeted it. Drexel's lost laptop. Great tweet. Hey, Brandon Gershon, I found the best part of being stolen and taken overseas is I could play on Poker Stars. Running good.
That's a pretty good tweet.
We'll give some props out there to the accounts that need the props. Anything else that you can think of?
No, I'm sure there was a couple of good Twitter jabs here and there, but not that I can remember.
Oh, and you know what? Since it's in chat right now, the POF. Gotta love some of our users. What? If you're actually looking at chat, there are some photos in there that, wow, I'm just shocked. And the recent one with the picture that says "roll the dice." Can I fold my hand when I see that picture?
Yeah, what's it, Alice in Wonderland on PCP?
I'm telling you, that looks just identical to a 7-2 offsuit when I'm fucking 13-handed at a table.
Yeah, I would pass.
You'd pass?
I'd pass.
Yeah, I would fold on that
I'd
one.
muck it.
So, right about this time, we actually need Steve-O to call in real quick, so that way we can talk about the next segment that we got, the scammer segment.
Oh shit, this person does have a fake leg.
Oh, we're talking about peg legs, right?
Yeah, we're talking about peg legs. No, we're talking about, yes, look like she's an amputee. No. All right. Well, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
All right, Steve-O, we got you here.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, let me add you to the conference call. All right, Bootsy, you got you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Yeah, that's the only problem that I have with Twitter is when somebody calls in and I snap off the answer, it usually puts Bootsy on hold.
Yeah, well, it's also not Twitter, it's Skype.
Oh, yeah, well, you know me, I'm not paying attention right now. So, actually, before we kick this off, if any random user wants to get in on this segment, guaranteed 500 pokerforums.org points that can be used at a later date for a prize that's to be determined. So if anybody wants to call in and play in this segment, definitely come call in. We're taking calls right now. If you don't know the number is 504-208-5750. We'll take the first caller and the first caller only.
I'd like to see Chase Upstate calling in.
Yeah. Now, the real question is that the same chick as he's been posting all the way up?
Apparently so.
I think it is with the tattoos.
But, all right.
I'm wondering if he's going to steal the leg is my thing.
But, all right. I guess we're not going to have an extra caller today, but...
Well, somebody's calling someone. I hear a phone in the background.
Yeah, that's somebody calling my other phone.
Oh, put him or her on the line.
No, you don't want to talk to my in-laws. Trust me, ain't worth it. But, all right. Steve-O, just kick us off, man. I know you got something about Ultimate Bet or something.
All right, so we have a lot on the Ultimate Bet Absolute Poker front. We have 3 projects coming up soon. We have a Haley Hintz book. We have a movie by Scott Bell, better known as 11 Grover. And then we had the news this week that the author of the movies that ended up becoming the movies, The Social Network and 21, is also writing a book on Absolute Poker's founders. And my question to you guys is, do you think this book, which came across as it's going to be kind of in favor of the owners of Absolute Poker and how they were persecuted by the U.S. government, do you think this book by Ben Mesrich will paint Absolute Poker in a positive or negative light for the poker community? So shoot off, give you each about 2 minutes, and if you're rambling, I'm going to cut you off.
All right, Boots, go ahead and you take it first, man.
I'm guessing probably he probably would put him in a negative light. I mean, you can't just be running a scam and be expected to be put in a positive light. I don't know if there's anybody who's doing a story on Bernie Madoff, like I said before. I don't think they would be putting Bernie in a positive light, but honestly, as long as I read it, I mean, it's a if I'm going on like a long plane ride, I might pick it up and read it. But
all right, Pete, what do you got?
All right, to put Ultimate Bet in a positive light, period, right? I know you want a question that answers your book, but I'm not even going to go there. If you're going to put Ultimate Bet in a positive light, you're going to have to give full balances back. And you know that ain't going to happen. Look at all the fail that's been with that corporation, that company. You know, I'm actually tired of hearing about Ultimate Bet, Absolute Poker, and I just can't wait until this entire segment's completely dead because it's the biggest black eye and involves half the Lederer family, and it involves the king of poker himself. I mean, once we get this crap over with, it's done. Now, is this book going to be great for poker? Absolutely not. Is it going to be great for people that want to sit back and flip through pages and pages of crap? Get your waders on. That's all I got to say.
All right, well, I'm going to give that one a push because the way the book has been portrayed has been that it will be about the founding of the company. So there's actually doesn't even seem to be too much about the super user scandal.
Well,
there's even a little nugget that came out today that the author, Ben Mesrich, actually has some connection to these guys from the University of Montana. So it could be even worse than we initially thought.
I mean, does anybody care about the starting of Ultimate Bet? Does it really? I mean, I don't even care about the how PokerStars came to light as well. So
yeah, the problem is the author is a best-selling author of the Social Network book. I don't even know what it's called, and the MIT Blackjack book. So he's gonna sell a lot of books regardless. So there's gonna be a lot of people running around thinking these guys have been persecuted by the U.S. government when the whole poker world is going to have to set them straight.
Okay, hold up. I love the little nugget comment. I'm going to give you 5 points for that, definitely. I know I'm getting points anyway for my answers, but if you're talking about somebody making money off of Ultimate Bet, that's going to be the only success story and the only person that's ever made money off of Ultimate Bet.
Oh, we got Haley Hintz.
With Russ Hamilton.
What about Haley Hintz and Neil Lemon Grover? They're going to be making money off of their projects.
Yeah.
Well, that leads into my second question for you, too. What are you more interested in, Lemon Grover's movie or Haley Hintz's book?
I'll take this one. I'm more interested in Haley Hintz and Lemon Grover going at each other's throats. That's what I'm most interested in. But if I had to take a pick, I more enjoy a movie than a book, so I'm gonna go with Lemon Grover there.
All right, Johnny.
Steve, you're asking me a question of who would you sleep with first, Annie Duke or Howard Lederer? What if you don't want to have sex with either one of them?
So you're not into either of those projects?
Oh, God, no. Like I said, the only winner out of this would be the author, and he'd be the only one that makes money off of Ultimate Bet. And then you want to talk about making this into a movie? Guess who's going to win? Hollywood. I mean, nothing. This ain't going to help out Ultimate Bet whatsoever on the payment process, so Who wins again? The Letterer family, because they get a little bit more fame and notoriety in that pity party.
All right, I got a decision on this one. I'm giving the points to Bootsy, just because he wants to see forum drama between Haley and Scott Bell. So he's going to get the win on this one.
Woohoo!
Spend those 500 points wisely, Bootsy. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Oh, man. Read the equivalent of 100 novels on this. Yeah. I can't wait until Poker Newsboy actually does a complete book review of the entire book. I don't even know the title of this book because I'm not that interested in it. What's the title of it again?
The Ben Mesrich book?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a working title. They haven't really put anything in stone. I'm more interested in Haley's book because of the way she writes about it. She seems to have all this stuff she's not releasing, and I just don't understand how a publishing house could give her an upfront stipend for a book without her saying, I am going to put some of this in the book, new stuff. So that's actually the one that I'm actually most interested in seeing.
And, I'm going to agree with our audience in chat I can't wait until Poker Newsboy reads the book and gives us the Cliff's Notes. If it takes PFO points to buy this book, then we're going to use PFO points and ship you a book.
You're going to put it in the PFO store when it's up and running.
Well, you'll see total sales 1, and you'll know exactly who it came from.
Same with Amazon. I don't think. How many people do you think are going to read the book?
If we're making a prop bet, we got to come up with an established number.
All right, how many people are going to read Haley's book? How many copies will be sold?
All right.
I'll give you an over-under of 28,000.
I might go slightly over.
I'm gonna go huge over. I'm gonna be bold because that's the only way you win these prop bets. I'm gonna say at least 400,000 copies sold.
400,000 of Haley's book.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
right,
how many?
the second
That
question.
seems to be pretty high though. Was it like 40,000? Is that like what's that book? Like what Dan Brown?
400,000 would be about the number of Harrington on Hold'em sold, I would imagine. That's about where.
Yeah, but
would
if
be.
she puts the offer on the back, like a free coupon that says "I'll have sex with you if you read this book," it should be at around 400K, and that's what I'm expecting.
All right. So second question: will the Ben Mesrich book about the founding of Absolute Poker hit the New York Times bestseller top 10?
Probably not.
I'll put him in the top 25, but not 10.
I say top 10. I say it hits top 10.
Well, I think it'll cap at 11. I really don't think it'll hit 10.
All right, here's the final question of the trifecta. Will the Scott Bell movie even get made?
Yes, and it'll be a blockbuster. And it should star Sean Connery.
As who?
I don't care. You could pick Sean Connery as Howard Lederer. That would be perfect.
Even though he has no dealings with the ultimate bet.
Nope.
What do you think, Bootsy? Is that movie gonna get finished?
It's gonna get finished, but it's not gonna be like in any theaters. Maybe except for maybe some artsy fartsy theaters that just show documentaries. Like some of those left-wing, right-wing propaganda.
Yeah, Jason just put in chat that it's not looking good according to Kickstarter. He's about halfway last time I looked to its goal. But his goal wasn't really that much, so he might actually pony up the extra $3,000 or whatever it was out of his own pocket.
Hey, $3,000? That's a lot of ramen noodles. I don't think they're going to do that.
Yep, that's 2 buy-ins at a 2-5 or 5-10 game.
Well, if you spent, what, about 5 years of your life investigating something, you wouldn't throw $3,000 into making it come to fruition?
Yeah, something like that. I don't follow all the numbers going into half these movies. I mean, if you look at movies nowadays, all you got to do is have something punchy, like, hey, I got 12 people that used to fight each other over and over and over for ratings, like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone. I was about to say Howard Lederer. I don't know. I got him on the back of my mind. Ever since I seen that Hawaiian T-shirt, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's hard to get out of your head.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at Expendables 2. If you look at all the characters there, they used to fight each other for ratings all the time, and now look at them.
Yeah.
Will it happen? Yeah, probably. Will it happen by 2016? Probably. Will we get repaid by Ultimate Bet? 0.0,
If I was making a movie about Ultimate Bet and Absolute Poker, I'd make like a spoof movie. I'd just make it like Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun comedy movie where they would cheat and then they couldn't even win cheating looking at people's cards.
I thought that was the premise of Drawing Dead.
No, that's a horror movie.
Oh, yes, we were talking about that horror movie. That's a great movie. I can't wait until I pony up the $5 to buy in for some production rights,
Yeah, I think we should have Sean Connery in the Drawing Dead movie.
Sean Connery.
The guy from Candyman, I think the guy in the PFO chat when the forum was saying he's already got a cast picked out.
But he did pick Sean Connery's.
Jason doesn't like his plastic poker chips.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play poker, get some clay chips. I mean, come on, man. Spend the extra pennies per chip.
Hollywood budget.
Or what I could do is I could buy a couple racks up in Vegas and just ship them out to him.
Well, watch out for Vegas prices. I mean, I've heard racks out there. Sometimes you got to get to the next level hookers to get those types of racks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think Jason just came up with the greatest job in the poker economy, which would be a consultant for movies.
I don't know.
Go in, consult as the poker expert. Oh, that would be a sweet job. You wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. It would be a very sweet job. But you know what's even better than that?
What's that?
Special effects, man. I got, 9 years of blowing stuff up and shooting stuff? Come on, man. I've set so many different charges, ran so many different special effects on lanes. There's only one way to go, and that's blowing something up.
But doesn't that take actual work to, put something, a detonation together? Don't you actually have to do something?
Okay. I'm going to agree with Scotty Clark here for just a second when he called me a redneck. You can blow up a redneck's house, and as long as it looks cool, the redneck's going to be cool with it. You want to know why?
Let's hear it.
Because rednecks don't think explosions are work. It's just fun to watch.
I look for the easiest job possible, and I say poker consultant. That's a good gig.
Yeah, I would say podcasting is pretty easy, too. I mean, look at what Bootsy and I are doing now. Especially since we got the legendary Steve Ruddick, which I didn't even play your intro track. Hold up, now I feel like a douchebag. There we go.
Please welcome back Steve-O, everybody.
All right, now we got that out of the way.
All right, now we can get on to business.
So let's wrap that up, and actually let's kick off another thing of what we were calling the top Twitter feeds. I know Bootsy has the top 3 picked out, but I'm going to have Steve-O hit us with a curveball and figure out, just something off the whim of what the top feed for blank would be. But Bootsy, what are your top 3 feeds this week?
Mine would be Crazy Mike Thorpe, which I believe it is at Crazy Mike Thorpe, if I'm not mistaken, and at Todd Brunson, and of course at Kevin Mathers. What about you there, Pika?
Well, we'll kick it off at number 3. This week, Agent Mirko with that lovely ninja Twitter picture of Howard Lederer. He gets the bronze medal. Silver, that's got to go to Dan Bilzerian. I mean, 2 great tweets that I saw. Just hilarious. If you don't follow him, you should. And that's at Dan Bilzerian. And then the person that shall not be named, but Asian Spa. If you're not spa approved, let's put it this way. Bootsy, did you know you're spa approved?
I know. I've spoken with Asian Spa a few times.
Same here. Very mysterious person. Everybody guesses they know who he is, but nobody actually does, and I think that's the best thing about his Twitter feed. He's always spewing nothing but truth. And you can follow him at Asian Spa. But Steve-O, hit us with that random curveball.
All right, so you want to know about Twitter feeds, the best ones?
Yeah. Just give me a scenario of if I was looking for a Twitter feed for blank, and then I'm pretty sure Bootsy and I will give you our top feeds and just give us a report card grade on that.
All right, so let's see.
I mean, it can even be forums, whatever.
Who is the fastest retweeter for anything topical?
Kev Math. Hands down, Kev Math. That guy has a supercomputer, a Cray computer. Bootsy, what do you think?
I think he's more than one person myself. But.
I don't know. I'm stumped on this one.
All right, we're going to go with Johnny. I would say in the poker world, it's Kev Math. All right, so let's go outside of poker now. Who has the best sports Twitter?
Oh, I'll go with this one. What's his name? Grantland. Bill Simmons. By far.
What do you think, Johnny?
I forgot T.O.'s Twitter handle, and it's not just pure sports. It's just for pure lulz. I liked the good old T.O. feed back when I saw it.
Okay.
But Fox John Madden's pretty good, and that's the Jacob's pick.
What about Ocho Cinco?
Yeah. Johnson's pretty good, too.
All right, let me give you one more here. This one will be what is the best phony Twitter feed, like the Escape Snake or something along those lines.
I'll start and go with Condescending Wonka or Oh Wonka. That's a pretty funny Twitter account. If you don't follow it, it's pretty funny.
Oh, I want to make sure I get this one correct.
Johnny picked mine.
And I'm thinking it's the fake Gunts Hansen, if I can remember. Because when he's hot, he's hot.
Or Doug Lee Poker.
Doug Lee Poker's is hot as well, but I like the fake Gunts Hansen. I mean, when it's World Series of Poker time, it's nothing but pocket aces.
Or maybe in the fake Sean Deeb. Or fake Bemba Lamb. That's another good one.
All right, let's go with a tiebreaker then on this one. What's the best hashtag recently on Twitter?
Obviously, it grows back fast.
You get anything better than that, Johnny?
You know what? I'm just going to give props to When Will It End?
Yeah, I gotta go with it grows back fast. A one-time hashtag. That was beautiful.
But all right, Steve-O, give us a grade at our picks.
I'm gonna give Bootsy a B- because he couldn't come up with a one to get you on that first one, and I'll give Johnny. I'm gonna give you a B+.
Hey, I passed the 3rd grade. That's all that mattered.
You can have a Billy Madison graduation party now.
Hell yeah, because you know I like the teacher. All right, Steve-O, you got anything else for us?
No, that's about it.
All right, well, I'll keep you on. Anybody want to catch us on the river? Taking one river caller. Time now. If you don't know the number, it's 504-208-5750. If we don't get a caller, we're going to sit back and probably snap this off clean here very shortly. Callers going once. Going twice. Yeah. The hell with it. Let's snap this off clean. Steve-O, got anything good for the poker community this week?
Let's see what's going on in poker this week. We got EPT Barcelona going on. Main event started today. 50K high roller finished today. Dan Smith won, so he's going to be back up at the top of the rankings. Legends of Poker starting soon. Got also a WSOPC down in Biloxi. And I'm hoping that we have a much better week in poker news, because last week and even the week before was just pathetic.
Yeah,
about it.
Definitely. It was pretty pathetic. For the people in chat, yes, I did give a call-in number. You can give us a call at 504-208-5750. If you didn't get that, I'll say it one more time. 504-208-5750. We'll connect you up here. Definitely, Steve-O, agree. The past 2 weeks has been so damn dry that we changed our format, and I think we kind of like this format a little bit better. What do you think, Boots?
Yeah, I like it. It actually flows pretty well.
What do you think, Steve-O? I know you've been listening, called in.
It's more of a rapid fire. You can, like you said, you can just move on when something's not working. I mean, it's so hard to figure out with poker stuff what's going to sound interesting.
Yeah, and nothing really ever does. I mean, once you start taking something over about 3 to 4 minutes, you get that awkward pause. Like somebody's just shoved a finger up your ass doing a prostate exam. I'm not all about the prostate exam.
Will
about
that be in the rundown next week? Prostate exam.
Yeah. But, all right. So, you know what we're going to do next, right?
Yep.
Well, Steve-O, thanks for calling in. Definitely appreciate your input. Bootsy, you got anything?
Yep, remember I'm gone for the next 2 weeks. So,
at least we get a 2-week vacation.
Yep.
So, we got Steve-O. Thank you for calling in. Definitely appreciate you being on the show. Bootsy.
No problem.
You stay afloat and go kick some ass out there. This is Pika. And I guess we're going to snap this fucker off clean. All right. We are done. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
But Steve-O, definitely appreciated it. I wish we would have had an extra caller, so that way it would have been more fun. But
yeah, it worked out all right.
Yeah. Do you even give out the call-in number? That would have been nice to have given out when we first did it, but oh.
Yeah, I gave it up 5 times.
You were too busy looking at the one-legged girl, I think.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to go start getting the kids ready for bed.
Likewise, man. But, all right, gentlemen, have a good one. See you around.
Later.
Bye. All right, Boots.
All right.
Have a good one, brother. I'll get the XML file updated so that way we got it.
All right, and just did Marty ever get back to you on?
Oh no, man, Marty still hasn't gotten back to me.
I don't think he will.
Yeah,
honestly, I don't think he'll even care. Honestly, at this point, I don't think we really want him to have anything to do with it either. So
no. First half hour was pretty solid. Last half hour,
Well, that's true. I think that we were. No, there's some will be hits and some will be misses, and
yeah, that's the way it is.
They'll work on it for next time.
Yep. Now I'm just updating the web page so it says we're not broadcasting live. But all right, brother. I'll talk to you later,
all right.
man.
See you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Line side, I believe. I've got
Early 90s. Yeah, I mean, if he would have been doing this and his name was Spitz, maybe he could have done that, you know? But nowadays, we're talking about you. And that was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Let's see. Where's your pride now? That's another.
Actually, need Steve.
The author of the movies that ended up becoming the movies, The Social Network, and.
Get your waiters on. That's all I got to say.
All right, well, I'm going to give that one a push because the way the.
With us as always, got Bootsy Collins on the air. How you been, Boots?
Oh, pretty good. Yourself?
Oh man, epic hand last night. Should have walked.